Kayak DIY here, and today we're gonna rig up this Viking Profish Reload with a sail. This is a sail kit from Pacific Action Sail in Australia. They sent it down to me. I've been wanting one of these literally for probably close to 10 years. Okay, so right now I have the Viking Profish Reload with the Pacific Action sail, and it's all rigged up, ready to go. I have the sail currently in stow mode, and I have a bungee wrapped around it. And I'll show you all that rigging here in more detail soon, but we're gonna end up jumping over to one of our local beaches where I know there's gonna be a good amount of wind, and we're gonna get this thing out on the water. Let's go. So right now I have the sail and it's tied to the handle. I just have a bungee there, so it's off to the side. I can still paddle comfortably. The only thing I've noticed right now is my rudder control lines are very loose, so I need to tighten these up. You're gonna see it. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Really moved us. So right now, based on that speed, I could easily do some trolling. This is fun. Check it out. Woo, we're sailing. This thing's awesome. There you can see, we were just way over there in that canal system. We've quickly moved. So I can pull on the sail a little bit to kind of adjust. So here's a look at the sail setup, and let's go over how it is attached to the kayak and how you go about sailing it. So first off, there is this little clip that came included in the kit, and it has a bungee that's ran through it, and that bungee runs up to both masts, and the bungee is attached there and the bungee is attached right here. And what this does is it allows the sail to pop up when you want to go sailing, and then you can simply pull it down and lay it flat on the deck when you don't want to sail. As far as holes drilled on the kayak, the only holes that I had to drill in the kayak were right here. So I drilled a hole, and it came with a rivet and it came with a buckle here, and this is above the water line. No issues, never had any water get in the hull. This is very good design. So right there's one hole that I drilled, and I drilled another one over on this side, and I just basically attach these buckles, and that's what allows this to strap on to the kayak deck. The sail is just slid over top of the mast. You'll notice that these are like two parts. These kind of articulate to form over your deck because your deck might be rounded. And then what you do is you lock in the angle. You'll see these nuts and you'll see a set screw, and this just locks the angle of the mast so that way the sail is spread as far as it can, and it's nice and tight. We have our trimming lines that are attached to the same little fastener here. So the trimming line runs down and it basically runs to the person that's on the kayak. My kayak already had some pad eyes here that were for seat adjustment and attachments, and I utilized those. The sail kit came with extra little clips that you see here, and basically the sail just runs through there. And what you can do is you can actually adjust the trim of the sail with this little sliding cleat. So right now I'm letting line out, so the sail actually is canted kind of out. If I want to bring that sail in, I just pull on that line and it brings it in. So pretty cool setup. And then when you want to lock it down, you simply push in the cleat and now it holds the line for you. So that is just about it. I mean, it's simply a 2-line setup for sailing, and you just kind of adjust each side based on how you want to catch the wind. So like right now you can see it's kind of at an angle, and that's what's really cool, is it allows you to really tailor and trim the sail just to catch the wind in just the right way. This is a Viking Profish Reload. It has some really cool features which I do want to share with you in this video, because Viking has been a kayak that I think deserves a lot of attention. It's doing a lot of cool things. This is actually one of the fastest hauls and most efficient hauls that I have paddled in terms of like typical recreation or fishing kayaks, especially the sit-on tops. Why is it called the Reload? It's called the Reload because you can actually reload the center pod setup. So right now you'll see there's a big hole in the center of the kayak. What that does is this particular pod I can drop in, and I can have my fish finder, sonar, everything all in one. And inside here is actually a pump that feeds water into here where I could have bait. So in here, you can still see it's a little damp in there. In here, I can have my bait, and the pump and the battery will be in this compartment, and the battery could also power a fish finder. Like I have a fish finder mount here, and I can run the sonar down to the bottom. So super cool design. You got a hatch here, you got a nice comfortable seat. It has these batons that run all the way down on each side that keep the back nice and rigid. The design of this hull has you sitting low here, and then it comes up and then it drops down again, and that takes a lot of pressure off your back. So this is an awesome kayak. Have front rod holders. So these are really cool. These are the hatches behind the seat, and they have a drain plug in them. So you can put baits in there too, and then you can rinse them out later on, or just open up the drain plug and drain out. You got mounts here, rail blazer mounts. You got more rod holders. This is a cooler, a chill pod cooler, so you can throw fish and ice and different stuff in there. Awesome. The way the kayak sail works is it has a rudder system. So currently I have the rudder out just because when transporting I have it out, but it locks in like that, and you'll notice the rudder doesn't stick down very far, so you don't have to worry about hitting things. But if you do hit anything, it kicks up. But you can actually control the rudder from foot pedals. So when you're sailing, you just steer with your feet, and you can have your hands free to fish. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video on how to set up a sail on your kayak, but don't go just yet. We actually ended up doing several giveaways, and we had people that never claimed their prize yet. So if you have a little bit more time, head on over to the live video that we did recently, and also to the Skiff Project Part 3. Both of those videos will have details on some of the people that won gear, like a Bixby Power Pack 166, and a Tightline anchor, and some cash. So people won, and they never claimed the prize. And so if they don't claim the prize after a certain amount of time, we're gonna roll that into a new giveaway next month. Anyway, thanks for watching and signing out. Wait, where'd my kayak go? I think someone stole it.